thank everyone for being on hand for this momentous occasion today. Today we're here to celebrate the career of a person who changed the way we do banking. I would like to start out by thanking a few people who made this night possible. First, Melissa. Melissa, thank you for allowing us to turn your teller unit into a mess for the last 3 days so we can make this night truly special. Second, I'd like to thank Tom, who without his wrapping paper and great ideas for this night, it would not be as special. Third, I would like to thank all our customers. Without them, Mike would not have been able to become the teller he is today. Now I'd like to introduce the man of the hour, Mike Bentivegna. Normally on a retirement ceremony of this magnitude, now would be the time for a video montage with highlights, music, of Mike's career. However, this is a bank and it would probably be the most boring video highlight reel ever. Mike has shown nothing but dedication to this job over the last 380 some odd days he's been with Sovereign. Mike was a teller like no other before. He was an inspiration on days when I was in work and didn't feel like working. Just seeing Mike's excitement for being a teller and helping customers inspired me to keep going and help me to get through the day. He was a risk taker. His mouth freewheeling bad words without the blink of an eye of whether a customer would hear. Many Fridays he worked without even having a tie on. He was a leader. He holds the record for the biggest batch known to banking, well over $1 million. After today, Sovereign Bank will never be the same. Mike, as you move on your career away from the bank and onto the world of accounting, when you call your next customer member, it's not next, it's, may I help the next customer, please? I would now like to introduce another Sovereign Bank team member and one of Mike's dearest friends, Tom Grossman.
Where'd you go?
A lot of people ask me, what makes a great teller? I tell them it takes more than just a schoolboy who plays by the rules. It takes a leader. It takes a guy with a pair of big, enormous, gigantic, colossal, massive, huge, titanic hands. It takes a guy who looks the rule book right in the eye and slaps it in the face. It takes a guy who takes his tie off even though there's 5 hours left. It takes a guy that hears the 5 o'clock whistle on Friday and instead of quitting, takes over the whole branch to lead us through that last 2 hours. It takes more than just a hard worker to get your number retired. It takes a guy who's loved by the branch. It takes a guy that points out amazing things like James cackling. It takes a guy who's not scared to tell Data how dumb she is, even though it was sent accidentally. It takes a guy who's not scared to say inappropriate things in front of a rabbi. The perfect teller isn't scared of cursing in front of customers either. And if Mike's not the perfect teller, I don't know who is. This perfect teller tells James he sounds like Mickey Mouse. And to leave the teller unit. This perfect teller is Mike Bentivegna, a dear friend of mine who calls Primo kid or play, not knowing which one it is that kid or play. Mike, I remember right before you started working, we saw your name on some piece of paper, and I told everyone that I sort of knew you. Then you came to work, and everyone asked if you were gay. And I told them, he's definitely not a fag. And I bet my life on that. But I'm really not that sure. You then confirmed your legend status the moment you gave Fallon your cell phone number, and she sent you an inappropriate text throughout the course of working here. Well, Mike, you've been an A-class gentleman and an A-plus teller. They can try to replace you, but they'd be just wasting their time. Now I just want to introduce one of the first, actually this one right here. Mike, That is all. That's actually just from me. Dana's summer CD. Well, the title says Summer 07. The songs are from 04.
Oh, God.
Before we get